I gotta wait. How long I gotta wait for a press record?
Go.
Welcome to the shed, where Miss Dreme always has a story.
I'm Dreme, a black woman with many beautiful interconnecting identities. A few I will name at this moment as we get started on this podcast journey together. A Bostonian, born and raised in the inner city, Dorchester and Roxbury neighborhoods, to a teenage single mother who has my whole heart. An educator, I've been working with youth and children since my teenage years, and formally, I have been teaching almost a decade now. That's wild to think about. An entrepreneur, I am the founder of The Chair, a black and brown centered tech platform dedicated to supporting people on their hair journey, where you can design hairboards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a more joyous experience. I have a workable site, my prototype. It took me 2 years to build, and now I'm on this adventure that you're currently on with me. My goal for this podcast is to share stories, black stories, educator stories, entrepreneurship stories, and hair stories. I want you to leave each episode with the opportunity to gain new insight, just a glimpse into my world or the worlds that are featured on my podcasts, a little chuckle during your day or night, possibly a little anger to encourage you to advocate for justice, and hope to continue learning and dreaming. So come in and listen to the beautiful voices in the chair as they share their stories, starting with me.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Cindy. Cindy, can you please introduce yourself?
Oh dear, introduce myself. My name is Cindy Weeks Bradley. I am getting comfortable nowadays with calling myself a healer. I started out in the field of pretty much a knowing and learning and experiencing, and ended up going into education. Was there for directly in schools for about 20 or so years. I left school and worked for the Department of Ed for a couple of years. And now I'm adjacent to education, supporting educators across the country and even internationally through my business called The Equity Process. And I also have a compassionate program that I run with compassion and mindfulness and Reiki and that kind of thing. So there's also a healing center to the work that I do.
As you know, you're an entrepreneur, having your own business, consulting company, doing all the things. And I am now on that road, and I'm working.
Congrats.
Thank you. Building a platform to support black and brown people on their hair journey. So even though I'm in schools and like education will never ever leave, I'm like working in a different way to look at education, but talk about hair. And I was curious to know about your hair story. Do you have a memory of the first time you fell in love with your hair?
Oh, I really have always just loved my hair. I've always been given a lot of positive feedback and affirmations about my hair from the time I was a kid. I've never been told anything terrible about my hair. I mean, from anyone, whether it was texture or thickness or length or curl pattern or no curl pattern or style. So I believe that I don't remember the first positive memory about my hair because it's always been, But I can tell you, I fall in love with my hair every day. Like, I love fluffing my little afro. It brings me pure joy to fluff my hair from the time I sit down on my bed every morning, even before I get in the mirror and apply water or product or wash it or whatever the case might be. Like, I love my hair. I really do.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Are there certain resources, products that you use that you're like, these are my products?
That's a tough one because I'll use a product today and I mean, me and that product will be best friends. And I'm like, word. Next thing you know, the product is off the shelf or it no longer works for my hair. Some products that I've used that really, really work for my hair, I think most recently the best are pattern products. I am going to try Rihanna's product soon. I haven't because I haven't gotten close to running out. Pattern has this, well, of course, there's shampoo and conditioner, but they also have I want to say it might be a custard or something. I can't remember. But pattern products I'm in love with for the moment. I know they'll stop working because my hair is super dense and super thick. So it'll get used to a product and then that product will no longer work for me and I'll have to go, find something else. What I can say though is I don't wash every day. I don't wash and twist or none of that stuff. I just wash my hair about twice a week. And once is going to be with shampoo and conditioner. And the other is just going to be conditioner. And that's pattern. And then every about 3 weeks or so, I wash my hair with this. I put some rosemary and peppermint extract in it, but it's Neutrogena. That one to tell you the name of that one because it's really good for cleansing my scalp. It's something. T-sol. Yeah, T/sol. So I use that at least once a month because it's about every 3 weeks or so. I'll use that instead of the pattern shampoo to really get in my scalp and make sure that it's nice and healthy. Yeah, and the only other products I use is I grow my own aloe. So I will cut a leaf every couple of months and dish it out. In my family, I have 2 daughters also that have natural hair. Always had natural hair. Never had any kind of chemical in their hair in their lives because, like I said, I've always had a healthy hair journey myself. And we'll all use the aloe every couple of months.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Look, it's my commercial. We will be right back.
It's more than just a bad hair day. It's a journey. Finding the right hairstyle isn't easy, nor is finding the right stylist or the right products. Looking in every corner of the web gets messy, overwhelming, and exhausting. All the ads, the articles, the products, the videos, it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. And now, it isn't. The Chair. A black and brown centered platform where you can design hairboards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a new, joyful path on your hair journey. Avoid the clutter, save yourself hours, months, and even years of research and poor trial and error. Everything you need and only what you need is in one place. Hairboards made by people like you, for you. Find the right products, the right people, the right answers for you, stress-free. Join the Chair community and make every day a great hair day. When you share your pain, you allow others to help you. And when you share your success, you help others get theirs. Lean on the Chair. We got you.
No stress, no strife. In the chair, the chair, the chair. All right.
Oh, and if you're interested to learn more about my experiences as a Black woman and educator in Guangzhou, China, I wrote my first ebook titled Nowhere and Everywhere, Capture the Emotions of a Beautifully Broken Love Story. It is on lulu.com. Take a read and see some beautiful photography of mine. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The chair.
How did you start to instill that love, that positive affirmation for not only your kids, but the kids that you worked with that had hair like yours?
I just rocked it. You know what I mean? Literally, what I realized is not even elementary, it wasn't so noticeable.
Mm.
But when I got to middle school, students couldn't believe I had an afro.
Mm.
They couldn't believe that my hair was natural. I can't tell you by the time I left that middle school how many kids had natural hair. It was nice. That's one of the things. Like it was like I was like, oh, then I knew I couldn't do anything, right? I knew because I use like a protective style, like a couple times a year. But when my hair is out, it's out.
Mm.
The kids would always say, Miss Weeks, love your hair. Miss Weeks, you're so pretty. Miss Weeks, da 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 da. Miss Weeks, look at my hair is like yours. Miss Weeks, your hair looks so bad. You want me to do it? Like, so, like if they didn't like it, they were like, Miss Weeks, girl, you want me to do your hair? Yeah. So even in the middle school, kids would want to do my hair, and I was like, "You can't do you want to do my. You have to get permission from your mother to do my hair. If your mother says yes, then you can do it." So literally, I had middle schoolers getting written permission from their parents to do my hair. I'm not kidding. Like I found a letter the other day, like written permission from their parents to do my hair because there aren't many people who was rocking, natural the way that I rock a natural. I might have braids, like 2 cornrows, and go to work as a school-based administrator with 2 cornrows in my hair, like literally. And the kids, they loved it. They absolutely loved it, and you can literally see in that school year over year. And I don't do a lot of makeup either.
Mm-hmm.
So I would encourage children not to wear makeup. Like my kids don't do a lot of makeup, maybe a eyeliner or, a shadow but not a foundation or anything. So I always encourage kids to be as natural as possible. And my biologicals, same way. Yeah. I have 3 and 2 of them have locks and one has just her hair like mine's. And yeah, now in their 20s.
And did you, during your time in the schools, were you having hair conversations with the teachers or other administrators?
Not so much administrators or teachers. No, definitely with parents.
Okay.
Parents, like, especially elementary school. I did a lot of hair in elementary school. Parents would come and like, what do you do? How do you do it? Like, I was teaching a lot of that in elementary school, teaching braids, teaching Afro puffs, teaching hair care. Some of it in middle school, because oh boy, some of it in middle school, even with the boys, like if they came and they had a haircut and the haircut was too short, oh my goodness, just talking them into you're beautiful regardless, like, and you're not going to be wearing a hoodie in school or a hat because that is beautiful. Like, so those conversations with children and parents and actually having to pay for haircuts for boys or literally bring a comb and a brush to school. Literally, there were combs and brushes in my drawer. You get permission from you. If your mother gives you written permission, I will cornrow your hair, but you have to have it in writing. And then calling the parent and just laughing about it. There wasn't a parent that ever believed that the permission was real. They would think that it was like, your principal's not going to do your hair. So once I got on the phone to make sure, because I was a kid, like they could have forged it to like confirm, do you give me permission? And I know you have it in writing, but they're like, is this real? So parents didn't even think that it was real. Yeah, but not with staff. Staff was more along the lines like, you really shouldn't be doing that. Maybe not, but if it makes that parent have to do a little less and it makes that child feel really special, yes, I should. I'm not doing it on school time. I'm doing it during after school or whatever the case might be, but I'm not doing it. So just leave it alone. Yeah. If a kid came to school crying for their hair, I should say this. My front desk folks, my administrators knew if a kid came to school crying about their hair, they would be like, go to Miss Weeks' office. So I could literally come from a meeting and be dealing with hair. It was always from elementary school when I was in Boston to when I got to Randolph, it was go to Miss Weeks' office. So it was clear that I was the hair person for kids. And even white children and other children with straight hair, it was go to Miss Weeks' office. So that's funny. I just thought about that. But yeah, that's probably the only adults in the school, and maybe the social workers would be like, Miss Weeks, you gotta do something here. So yes, that's a very, thank you, Dreme. That's a very good memory. Thank you. Things you forget, So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Cindy, thank you so much for sharing your stories in the chair. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you taking the time out to chat with me.
You're welcome anytime. If you ever need anything, just holler. You know what it is.
Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dreme always has a story.
Thank you for listening to an episode of The Chair. I, of course, would love your continued support. Let me know what you think of this episode by doing all the things. Subscribe, comment, and come back next week, every week. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Or if you are like me, enjoy that moonlight and that one star under all your city lights. Love you. Talk to you later.
The chair.
How long I gotta wait for a person to record?
Go.
We support her. Shit.
Do your Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dreme always has